I don't guess you can ask for anything better than a 28-0 first quarter start, can you?
Proud of the guys, and we just keep harping every week the importance of preparation and getting off to a fast start. And the guys over the last several weeks have really taken that to heart and come out, firing on all cylinders. So it's really good to have those first 4 possessions where we were able to score touchdowns. But still some opportunity in the second half. We came out, we were able to score there in the second half with the first group. Didn't quite, keep up the pace with the other guys we put in. So still a lot to coach off of, but proud of their effort coming out.
What's it like to get yet another division championship and then to come into the room? And did you know the orange pants were coming out? I guess that's probably the best question.
Didn't know. Coach let them know. Obviously, we knew that there could be a chance that we could be playing for a division if Wake Forest, didn't pull through at Virginia Tech. And, Coach made the announcement there out on the field right before we came in at half. The guys were fired up. And, I heard a little bit of talk in the locker room. Guys were asking when do they come out when we have a championship on the line. But Coach was prepared. He had the foresight, and the guys were fired up, and they came out and took care of business. But really happy for Coach Sweeney, our program, our fans, our administration, the athletic department, to be able to have 5 conference or at least division titles with a chance to play for a 5th conference championship. And I don't think that's been done in college football for any one team to win their conference 5 years in a row. So these guys have really embraced the opportunity. Really happy for our seniors. They got a chance to break a record at home next week. And then also, they have the state championship and an opportunity to represent, our side in the ACC championship. So still a lot to play for, but proud of the accomplishments thus far.
Seems every week Travis is going and adding to that record total. What's it mean to see him not only get program records today, but ACC records as well?
Biggest thing for Travis is I think Travis still hasn't touched his ceiling yet. He still has so much upside to him, still developing every week. And so the challenge for Travis is just to not rest on his previous accomplishments, but just go out and try to be the best version of himself. And he's setting the standard for performance in our running back room. And then he also has a bunch of young guys that are looking up to him that need to understand what it takes to be a consistent guy week in and week out with their performance. And then really trusting those guys to push him. So it's a really good time for our room, but Travis is he just continues to block out the noise, and he just continues to prepare week in and week out so he can come out and be the best version of himself.
You're going to get on that plane a little bit later and have time to think, and you're going to think 5 straight ACC championship games that you're going to, all of the big stuff. Does it ever get old? Do you ever sit back and go, wow?
I'm gonna get on the
plane
plane
at this point.
I'm gonna get on the plane. I'm gonna think about Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a very good football team, but really want to see the areas we can improve. So I'll probably watch the film on the plane tonight, so that when I get home I can get some rest, because I got 2 little boys that they don't care what's going on, what we're playing for. They're gonna want to play with their daddy first thing in the morning, and then we just got to go right back to work. But I think after the season, we'll sit down and we'll reflect and really let it sink in. But right now, I'm just worried about continuing to do my part, to make sure I'm giving these players, my best effort week in and week out, so we can demand their best effort so they can go have a chance to win 11. You can't worry about 12, 13, or any of that until you win 11. And we got a great opportunity to celebrate these seniors at home in Death Valley. They have a chance to accomplish something that hasn't been accomplished in school history, so that's going to be the focus, more so than the division championship or the ACC.
Tony, now that you guys weren't playing well early in the year, but these last 5 games in particular, since the bye, what do you feel like is the biggest reason why you guys have really just been clicking on?
I think it's a little bit, and I'm not one to get into talking back and forth, but I think early on in the season they had 1 game, which was North Carolina, where they didn't play up to expectations, so to speak. But before that, we were still a new unit, trying to figure out who we were, and I think the adversity at North Carolina, solidified, who we are as individuals, which created the bond and the chemistry that this unit needed to be able to take off, and that's what you're seeing, just reflection of it. So, I think that the expectations were very high early on, and maybe some guys were listening to those expectations instead of focusing on what we can control. But I think now there's an understanding that we can't worry about outside noises. We got to block that out, and we just got to prepare to the standard, and that's what you've seen, coming off that game from North Carolina. These guys have just bought into the process. I mean, we got a great group of young men that are so unselfish. So many guys that are deserving of maybe more stats, so to speak. But man, they sacrificed that for the betterment of the team, and that's why you're seeing, the offensive production here in the last couple of weeks.
Schematically, were there? I know you guys do the self-reflection. We've talked about it a lot, some of the RPOs and stuff. But was there any things schematically that you feel like has really helped since then?
I wouldn't say